some fans there.
So thanks so much for your time. And would you mind giving me a little bit about like information about who you are, what you do in terms of entrepreneurship area in the MENA region specifically, I would say?
Yeah, no problems at all. So yeah, so my name's Alistair Gosling. Obviously, I founded Extreme about 25 years ago. I mean, storytelling and history-wise, we were originally focused on mainstream media, and all based around extreme and adventure sports was where the company originated from a passion from us as the founders, and we basically built out a TV studio business called Extreme, and really shooting, filming, making lots of content, and distributing that around the world.
Awesome.
And this is going back. This is 1995. And then in about 1999, I had the idea we could launch. We had the idea for the Extreme brand, and we thought, you know what, we can launch a TV channel. And so we put a plan together. We spent about a year and a half looking for backing, funding, and putting the pieces in play to make it happen. And
Awesome.
we ended up finding some backing from Liberty Media, the guys behind Formula One, and also from UPC, Europe's largest cable company.
Wow.
And we ended up launching the TV channel in 68 countries in around 100 million homes. So we built a reasonably sized media business there. And that's probably experience-wise my first. You know, we ended up launching the TV channel across the Middle Eastern region in multiple countries, and so that was. I remember visiting Dubai probably late 90s, so very much in the early stage of development of Dubai, and just all around that region was traveling and launching the channel in country after country, which was super cool. About 10 years ago, we had the opportunity to buy the TV channel brand, and so we bought the brand, the intellectual property, and we now focus the business around 4 main key pillars and 3 main areas of business. So the pillar areas are community, are sustainability, technology, and obviously the brand from an overall perspective. And the main core areas of business that we're working across are media. So we run Extreme Studios and Extreme Network in terms of the media network. And that business currently has around just approaching 20 million connected, either directly or indirectly connected fan base across Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all those bits and pieces, producing lots of content. Second part of the business is Extreme Events, developing out events globally on all sorts of different interesting areas and different activities. And the third part of the business is Extreme Destinations, parks, resorts, and hotels. So we're super active, obviously across the Middle East on an overall basis with all 3 business units. And obviously I have the privilege, I sit on the International Advisory Board of Qiddiya as well. So very, very good.
Awesome, fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing that. Let me ask you this:
No
how you ended up in Saudi Arabia? Because you mentioned in your LinkedIn account Saudi Arabia, and it seems like you're managing a company there, or that your business.
Sorry, you cut out slightly there. Sorry, just say that again.
Yeah, let me turn off my video so that we have a better connection, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Yeah. I was asking that I've seen on your LinkedIn account as well that you managing a business in Saudi Arabia. So I was just wondering, how did you end up at Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, how do we end up in Saudi Arabia? Was that what the question was?
Exactly. Yeah.
Broke up slightly.
Sure. Yeah, that was my.
Yeah, no problems at all. So, yeah, I mean, we originally launched the TV channel there in early 2000s. But then most recently, I was, as I mentioned, I was approached to probably about 3.5, 4 years ago, approached to join the International Advisory Board of Qiddiya, and have been supporting that extraordinary project. Qiddiya is obviously the world's largest sports, leisure, and entertainment project development that's happening just south of Riyadh as part of the the 2030 vision. And I have the privilege to support that development of that on all levels, and that has led us as a business into developing and supporting a number of other projects across the kingdom, both on the media side of things, both on the event side of things, and on the destination side of things, in terms of developing extreme and adventure sports. And obviously, with those sports, there's a real growth in the kingdom, and they've aligned. The 2030 vision has adventure and extreme sports as one of the key growth pillars that they're looking to use from an overall perspective. So there's great alignment, and we have some fantastic projects that are developing with different partners over there.
Awesome. And then may I ask, like, with your extensive experience in the entrepreneurship area running different businesses, do you do mentorship or investments in a startup companies?
Yeah, occasionally we do. We're not. It just really depends on what it is, how it looks. But yeah, we will take a look at the stuff. If it aligns with our core business, then that has a higher interest level for us on an overall basis. But yeah, absolutely. We'll
Any specific industry you prefer?
No, we're pretty sector agnostic. We'll look across multiple areas depending on what it is. If it aligns with our three areas, it's super helpful. So obviously media it's TMT. So technology, media, events, and real estate, destination development. That's helpful, but again, reasonably relaxed.
And then any preferred region? If someone from the MENA region is watching this and that they do have an idea, like, would you be willing?
No, we're super flexible.
Awesome, interesting. And
we're operating globally, so we're looking at stuff literally all over the world.
And then, what kind of personalities of entrepreneurs you would like to work with?
Oh, it's a wide question. I mean, listen, us entrepreneurs, we come in all designs, backgrounds. I mean, it's fantastic, and it's part of the amazing diversity that we all have on the planet. So, we won't touch anything that isn't environmentally, sensible and ultimately sustainable. So we're not doing anything outside that area at all. But ultimately, we don't look for anything specific. It's about how good is the idea, number one, and how good is the team, number two. Or both of those together are key.
And then, in which stage do you prefer to work with the company? Like in an idea stage, maybe the 3 to 5 years old, or maybe more than that?
Yeah, we're normally most useful in the early stage of development. That's where it's probably our sweet spot that we tend to be able to add most value. That's I've got a huge amount of experience of startups, but as long as somebody's shown they've got certain level of development, that's obviously really helpful.
Awesome. And then but I'm just curious to know, did you learn Arabic, because you wrote something you name in Arabic on LinkedIn?
No, but and I didn't learn Arabic. I mean, shukran for that question. But no, I mean, I have a little skill set here, which I've learned over the years, but actually it should be more, if I'm honest.
That's completely fine. I was curious.
I don't speak Arabic.
But because I felt, I'm going to be honest with you, because I felt comfortable approaching you when I found that you wrote something in Arabic in your profile. It seems like I wasn't afraid that you might reject the invitation, but I mean, you welcomed the invitation. I mean, you said yes, let's do it, and then that's awesome. But from your experience working in the MENA region, like what kind of obstacles, challenges do you think entrepreneurs here might face?
I mean, obviously, the lay of the land in terms of the overall region is a lot of the Middle East is around network and connections, and who do you know. But also what I love about it is the spirit of, you can, if you have a good idea, you're on it, you're focused. It's far more entrepreneurial than, say, many countries in Europe, in my mind. It has a wonderful entrepreneurial spirit that runs through, whether Saudi, the kingdom, or whether you look at Dubai or wherever you may look. But at the same time, there are red tape. There's red tape to deal with, and all those bits and pieces. Obviously, the tax advantages in terms of those are pretty significant. But listen, different environments, different countries have different positives and negatives. Ultimately,
makes sense. I kind of understand when you say that, and I've noticed that myself, by the way. But one thing that I wanted to know from your side as well is working with entrepreneurs from the MENA region, because I specifically want to focus on that. As long as you do have experiences here, do you think that we might be a pioneer in a specific industry, or we just we copy and paste, or kind of a franchise type of model of entrepreneurs you work with? But
Sorry, I didn't quite understand that question. Just ask that again.
No, that's all right. I was saying that if, from your experience working with entrepreneurs from the MENA region, do you think that we might be a pioneer in a specific industry, like technology, could be oil and gas, could be whatever, or we're into franchise type of model, like we're bringing companies from the West and copy the model, like Uber, like Lyft, like whatever?
Yeah, I've seen it all being developed over there. I don't think there's any. I mean, listen, bringing brands from outside into the Middle East is obviously a big thing, but yeah, I don't think there's. I wouldn't say I'd sort of lean one way or the other.
But have you noticed any brand in UK, for example, where this is where you're living, the brand is originally created from the Middle East?
It's a good point. I mean, there are very few that are moving from the Middle East into mainstream Europe or whatever. I know there are a number, but I probably have a hard time. I know there are a number of restaurant chains. I'm sure there are some, but I'm kind of not looking that way, if you like.
Yeah. But I'm asking this because I just want to know, like, if, as far as you know, they are not, when someone's starting a project here and they move into Europe. I mean, as far as you know, that it's kind of, maybe I've seen examples like Le Perry. We do have an Aleph. Le Perry, it's very well known in Egypt, and they do have a branch in the UK. But it has nothing to do with technology yet. That's what I'm curious to know why. Do you think why we're not buying, or we're not taking initiatives from the Middle East and spread it all over the world? Like, what could be the challenges that is stopping us from doing this?
Yeah, I can't put my finger on that. I just it's probably down to some fairly ingrained, I mean, listen, especially, my directors, if you look at Saudi or Dubai, or, the advancement of technology and the usage is off the chart. So I think I don't know why that isn't happening. It just, I don't have the answer to that question.
Mm-hmm. No, that's completely fine. Yeah, was curious to know your opinion about that. What other countries do you run in business in Europe too? Like, you're based in the UK, but any other countries as well? You're running businesses in, you're helping entrepreneurs in.
Yeah. We're super busy across multiple countries. Let's put it that way.
Awesome.
I mean, I don't know. From America, multiple countries, US and Middle East, multiple countries. Less so in Asia. China, we're active. Australia, we're starting to get active, but yeah.
And if someone is listening to that and they're interested in communicating with you, what would be the best channel to contact you with? Like LinkedIn, for instance, our website?
Probably the same one you did, ultimately.
Okay, LinkedIn, right?
LinkedIn.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, my incredible assistant Camilla, she tracks LinkedIn, flags to me stuff that comes in. So I'm not tracking that directly myself, but just because there's a lot of messaging coming in through there and emails. So, but yeah, that's the best one.
I really appreciate your time. I'm not going to take more longer than that. And thanks so much again for your time. And it was very lovely,
Total pleasure.
quick interview. And hopefully we will connect in the future. And then once this is published, I'm going to send you a copy of it. And then I'm going to share it through all my network in the MENA region.
Brilliant. Wonderful. Go well. Good luck. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.